The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. The guard set is White alongside Levine. And it's Giddey in at the small forward. Thompson is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Nene. Then there's Marion. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1. And it's Chicago to start out. Now here's Giddey. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ausar Thompson. That's his first foul. Chicago with the ball.
Their coaching staff wants Adebayo to be an impact defender, and they've got to be happy with his D on that possession.
6 on the shot clock. Outside, Levine fires the 3, and the rebound goes to Nene. Marion right side. Thompson outside. Nene left side. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Out to the wing. And here's Adebayo outside. Connects from three-point range.
No hesitation from Adebayo there. Had to love seeing him taking this shot with confidence.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. People in the know how good of a defender he is.
Gilgeous-Alexander against White. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And so White will bring it up for the Bulls. It's a three-point game. Lets the 3 fly. Trains the three-pointer.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Now here's Adebayo. Marion kicks to Adebayo. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And this is the kind of fire Gilgeous-Alexander plays with. How about the response there?
Giddey with the screen on Marion. Levine against Marion. That's tipped. Nene scanning the floor. And Nene slams it in.
One thing I really like about Ausar Thompson, he's a team-first guy, always willing to make the extra pass.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Checked in for Josh Giddey. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Outside Williams. Back to White. Outside Levine. Fires from deep. Ainge grabs the board. Love against Williams. No good from outside. Chicago trails by 5. Carter kicks to Williams. Pass to Vucevic. With the fadeaway. He gets that one.
Boy, nothing like shooting shots you know you can make. Vucevic shooting that one with confidence.
Here's Gilmore. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Carter, the pass to White. Back to Carter. Bulls moving the ball around. And LaVine throws it down.
LaVine has that buoyant bounce. He just looks like he's floating when he goes up top.
Takes a step back. Pass to Santos.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
At the line for 2, Santos.
The first free throw is good. Chicago making some changes. Smith checked in for Vucevic. Torrey Craig comes in for Williams. And Josh Giddey subbed in for LaVine. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Trailing by 4. And that's collected by Love.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Gilmore, covered by Smith. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
The ball goes to the away team.
Both teams will make substitutions. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Chicago trails by 4. 36 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Giddey with it. Still scoreless. The shot. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
Thompson for the triple. Rebound by the Bulls. Here's Dosunmu. And here's the drive.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
Ayo Dosunmu. 2 shots.
And it's tied up with that one. 8 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Thompson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Thunder leading by just 2. Stay with us as we get set to... And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And so here's the home team. So the Bulls 5 right now. Torrey Craig is out there with Jalen Smith. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then it's Dosunmu. And it's Carter in at the point. Pass to Craig. Ainge against Giddey. Shoots from 12. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Giddey's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Bulls. Here's Nene. Rebound by Smith. Now Dosunmu. And there's the call on Nene. That's his first foul. So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Smith. And here is Giddey. And he jams it with authority.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
So you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone.
Home team foul. Danny Ainge. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Pass to Buzelis. Giddey against Ainge. And Giddey gets it to go.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Nene outside. Over Smith. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Now here's Dosunmu. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ausar Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him.
They're at the limit already. That, to me, is just lazy defense.
Shawn Marion is checked in for Danny Ainge. And Chicago also making a switch. Ball's checked in for Josh Giddey. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And the Bulls making a change here. Craig's checked in. Marion against Ball, and the foul called on Shawn Marion. That's his first foul. Some changes for Chicago. Vucevic, he's checked in for Smith. And it's Williams in for Torrey Craig. And here are the Bulls now. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, with that emphatic slam.
And guys, that'll get his heart rate up a little bit. I can tell you that. Watch out. He can be a dangerous player when his motor is revved up that way.
Ball against Marion. And Carter now, top of the key. Back to Ball. Pass to Carter. From deep. Rebounded by Marion. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Buries the long-range jumper. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
Incredible range from Gilgeous-Alexander, making a tough shot look easy. And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
The Bulls have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Zach LaVine's checked in for the Bulls. Kobe White comes in for Carter. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Thompson the bounce pass. Adebayo. Excellent D there from Williams.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Good vision that time by Ball. You leave somebody open around him, and he's going to get the ball to him.
Williams against Adebayo. Thompson for the triple. Hits the three-point bomb. 5 points in the game.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's White. High arcing shot. Misses at the rim. Launches it. Rebounded by Vucevic.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And great read there by SGA. Knew the shot was coming and just trusted his instinct.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Outside, Levine. Back to White. The layup missed. White's gone 1 of 4 so far. Here's Gilmore. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilmore's got 6 in the quarter. Chicago trails by 4. White looking around. Will it go? And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And here we go with the coach's challenge. I'm surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can
2 minutes or less to review the play.
catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Giddey's checked in for Chicago. And he can't get the first one.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
And he sinks the second. Oden inside. Vucevic on him. Shot by Oden is no good. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Williams. And here's Vucevic. Williams has a screen for Levine. Hits it from 3-point range. Levine's got 5 points so far.
Hey, he's one of the guys you don't want to give space to. Levine can do a lot of damage from deep.
Good on the 3-point shot.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Pass to Rivers. The 3. That shot off the mark. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The Oklahoma City Thunder, they're up by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Draw. They're thinking about this shot.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Now, here's Thompson. So with Love on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Marion. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Nene. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. Giddey against Thompson. Thompson with the rebound. Marion outside. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. They get the rebound. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Marion from downtown. And it's White with the rebound. Outside Williams. Kick out to Levine. And the Bulls with another miss. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Thompson for three. And he's good on the three ball. Thompson's got 8 points.
If he develops a consistent three-point shot in his first few years, Thompson's going to be scared.
Tipped away and stolen by Thompson. Takes the three. A three-pointer is right on target. Thompson's got 6 here in this quarter.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Chicago trails by 9. It's stolen. Here's Santos. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Ainge. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pass to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
Here's Chicago. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Giddey finds Williams. Knocked loose. Pass to Santos. Fires the three. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Outside, Levine. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. Got a piece of it. Ainge against White. Ainge, the pass to Santos. Here's Gilmore. Ainge kicks to Rivers. Offline with his three. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. They trail by 11. Shot to stop the run, and it's in there. White's got 6.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Put on the bucket. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Levine, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Levine showing you good effort that time, not allowing the foul to stop him from getting the shot off.
This is his first free throw of the game. Chicago making some changes. Jalen Smith comes in for Vucevic, and it's Carter in for Josh Giddey. Nene outside. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 4th rebound in this one. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Adebayo. So for the Bulls, Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Patrick Williams. And it's Dosunmu in for Zach LaVine. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Dosunmu with it, driving to the basket. And the basket is good.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
And here's Adebayo outside. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's ready to talk things through with the team. 1:07 left here in the third quarter.
And team foul. Danny
Bulls have
Ayton.
gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
Second team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line from the away team, Kobe White. Taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for White. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Pass to Ellison. Over Craig. And that one's good, Ellison. Ellison's got his second bucket.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him, but these guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten him into the hole.
Oh, how about the slam there from Gilgeous-Alexander? He loves getting that type of positioning down low.
Chicago trails by 13. Craig with a screen on Ainge. Here's White. And it's Nene with the rebound. Nene's got rebound number 5 here tonight. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. White against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Smith, and then Smith with the dunk.
Smith finishing with power. I like that dunk right there.
Here's Ellison. Out to the right wing. Nene, the pass to Ellison. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Ellison's got 7 points. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Thunder leading by 14. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got Smith. Lonzo Ball out there with Carter. Then it's Buzelis, and it's Dosunmu in at the 3 slot.
3 points.
You know, Ball, despite the quirkiness of the shot, he does have a quick release, so you got to know he's a threat to score whenever he has it in his hand.
Here's Oden. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
There's Ball with the 3, and the Bulls another 3.
Yeah, you know, it's a quirky release. There's no denying that. But he's a reliable shooter and scorer from the perimeter. Lonzo Ball making it happen.
To the inside. And it's Dosunmu with the jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Teams changing it up here. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. They said to the team, I know you guys are tired, but let's end this game strong. Let's get the win. Big last stretch here, guys.
Thanks, David. Inside. And Ball gets it to go on the assist by Smith. That's 10 points for Lonzo Ball.
Boy, I tell you what, Ball doing a nice job using his size down in the post, rising up above his defender to get that one to go down.
Outside Knight. Here's Santos. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Here's Carter. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
The only way he was getting to the hoop was to use the double clutch.
Got that one up quick.
Exceptional shooter across the floor. Adebayo has a huge presence with the ball.
And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Williams is checked in for Smith. Josh Giddey comes in for Dosunmu. Levine's checked in for Lonzo Ball. And it's White in for Javon Carter. Levine wide open. No good on the triple. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander gets the three-pointer to fall.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Giddey. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass tonight. Here's Santos. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Nene. It's rebounded by Giddey. And the shot's good from Nene.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game. Phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
And stolen by Knight. Puts up a deep three. And it's White with the rebound. White's got his 5th rebound in this one. It's stolen by Adebayo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And one of the more active big men in our league. Adebayo never stops working.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. He doesn't get the second one. Nene pass to Adebayo. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And a miss there on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Some solid defense there by Nene. Carter's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Marion up top, taken away. Fast break, here comes Chicago. The floater, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Terry's checked in for Dosunmu. Good on the second free throw.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference.
He gets it in there.
They maintained focus all night and along the way put on quite a show.
And, you know, everybody in the building knows this is a wrap, a done deal. Put this one in the W column.
And he gets the bucket.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Here's Smith. And then Smith with the dunk. There's 38 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. He takes it in, and he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Making people around him better. One of the things Doc is best known for. Doc Rivers, that is.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Takes a 3. And Santos pulls it down. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Up top, Rivers, defended by Carter. Here's Ellison. Sinks that one from the post. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Thank you.